Hello, everyone. Welcome to Doodle and Chill. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Doodle and Chill. Sorry we're late. I got sidetracked. I was watching an interview, and I totally lost track of time. And Beacon, kind of like put me back in spot. Here we are, about to draw some Pitt. And sorry, there's no Pitt intro. There was no Pitt animation. Pitt just got lost somewhere for a while, and I'm so freaking happy it's coming back. And tonight, I got with me Michael Beacon from Seven
Hello.
fame. And also, coloring the Royal Rumble story in Tales from an Adverse One.
Yep.
And we got Chimera here from SOS and Testament that's running right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in the intro video you just showed, but okay, that's cool.
You never came on the show before. I made that intro.
I've been in the chat. I rose from the chat.
Yep. You rose from the chat, and you'll be in the next one. Just send me your circle avatar, and please not one of those stupid ones we don't like.
I'll find the worst avatar of all time.
Gonna ask for it.
Yeah, I can't believe Dale Keown is like, holy shit. Like, that's kind of amazing. Pitt is gonna be coming back.
Mm-hmm. I hope that he does the omnibus thing. Because I don't want to open my original collection, and I'd like to have an omnibus. I hope he does some new stuff too. The only thing is when he did the last, he finished his book, and when he came back with it on Top Cow with the crossover of Darkness, he kind of did a revamp of it, like a reboot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering what he's gonna do. I hope he continues the old story, but I would also understand why you would like to maybe continue the reboot type of thing, because no spoilers, it gets fucked up.
Did he draw every? Did Dale Keown draw every single issue of Pitt?
Yep, every except what's called Pit Crew and the Pit One Shot. There, that was Richard Pace. We all like him.
Yeah, we're big fanboys.
Oh yeah, and he just loves us.
Yes.
Yeah, he can't stop talking about us.
Oh yeah, it's just.
He's probably so happy that his best friend, that one of his very close friend from a long time, is now CG. Doki.
Yeah, he should be more concerned with fulfilling his Kickstarter. But okay.
Do you think that's a thing for them?
No.
There's so many that never got fulfilled by big guys, or people that consider themselves professional. People totally gave up on the indie comics over there until freaking Brian Pulido came.
Yeah,
he did the revamp of that on Kickstarter because it was dead.
Yep, 2015.
Mm-hmm. And here you go, sharing my screen.
Yeah, I read Pitt a while back, and it's just one of the few well-written Image titles. In my opinion, I don't know how other people feel about Pitt's writing, but I thought it was good.
I freaking love it, dude.
Yeah,
did you get to read the entire series? What did you get to read? All 20 issues?
Yeah, I just read them all online.
Oh, dude, it gets fucked up at the end, right? And most people that know of Pitt don't even know that the thing made it past issue number 15 or 16. So they don't know anything about the soldier that comes in. the president,
Mhm. Yeah.
White House.
Wasn't there supposed to be some animated show of Pitt?
It wasn't talked, but it never happened. Like a lot of
Hmm.
other things.
Yeah, so he's doing the cover. I think he's just doing the cover for Cyberfrog 3, kind of like how there was a Jay Lee cover. So I guess the Dale Keown cover, then he's doing an Ash Can, which is like 20 pages. And I don't know how fast he is, but I guess he'll do other stuff for some other CGers. And then we'll get a Pitt and omnibus. That should be, quick. They just have to compile all the old stuff.
Hmm.
Maybe put on a brand new cover.
Let's do this for a sec for people that may not know what Pitt is.
If you don't know what Pitt is, I mean, even I know who Pitt is. What
Some
Pitt
people
is,
don't. Some people don't, dude.
I'm a basic bitch. Like, I'm not like a hardcore comics person. Even I know who Pitt is.
And did you read this?
No, I'm not a Hulk person, but I read Dale Keown's The End. Hulk The End when they were doing all
I
that stuff.
read it, yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting.
So yeah, Pitt. I can't wait, dude. Did they say when it was gonna happen? This year, next year, or something?
Probably next year. But I mean, it's an omnibus, so I feel like I can wait. That's like 20 issues.
But on 20 issues, depending if he includes everything.
Yeah.
There's the Pit Crew that was a few issue. There's the one shot, right? There's the crossover with Darkness.
I don't know if he has the rights to do that.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, probably not. They're like, oh, you're over there with them? Okay, well, fuck you. You don't get the Darkness reprint.
I'm the only person in the chat. I have a couple copies of Pitt. Yeah, I have the entire set and almost a complete second set too. And I have the freaking Ash Cannon #3. And I also got the limited print that he did before all of this started in 2018 or something.
Hmm.
I got one of my friend that went to pick it up for me.
Yeah, it was really funny seeing like Dale Keown on YouTube. He was just such a boomer. It was amazing. Like, oh my god, that's actually him. And he's just like just such a nice guy, and he doesn't know how to use his mic or anything. We got to get him on stream.
I think that's the opposite because since he's a sound technician technically, because he does music, he's very OCD about the sound of his mic, but he's not used to streaming, so he knows how to use the mic. It's just the streaming part, and then he needed to set his stuff up because he's very like it needs to sound right, and you need to hear him properly. But yeah, he has a rock band.
Yeah.
They used to call it the Pit Crew.
It's actually good marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, if you check in the comic, they did the advertisement for it. You could buy the CD. Never did though.
Yeah, I just read like the first few issues. I'm like, this is really good because usually when I read something digitally, I usually just like click out after like an issue or two. But like, oh my god, this is great! And I read like most of it in one day. I was surprised. It's not Savage Dragon. It's not Spawn. It's actually well written.
Oh, you don't like Spawn?
I do, but you just buy it for the art. You're not really buying it for the writing.
True. I don't even remember half the storylines, and I read it as a kid. But then again, I read it as a kid, so I was stupid back then.
That's just heaven versus hell.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Ace says no. Finally, no weep shit. We need to get back to doing that on Sundays. I actually like that. Do drifters.
Dude, usually the Sunday one it's between comics, weeb, and so it's the gaming or the movie. So it's either one. Usually they just win, but lately I just picked them. Like I wanted to do Pitt. I like my little veto I pulled.
Yeah, that's really funny. I was like reading Pitt, and I'm like, where have I seen that jacket before? And then I look through my comics, and I find Brutus the badass, and I'm like, oh, that's where it's from, or vice versa.
Even Kedokian says that like one of the biggest inspiration was Lobo, a mix of Lobo and Hulk. Oh, yep, pretty much, yeah. If you think about it, yep. And I don't get it. Like people when that came out said it's just a copy of another Hulk. I'm like, it has nothing to do. It's nothing like Hulk at all. Story wise and everything, it has nope. Just because he's a big hulking guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's like a jacked up biker, fucking claws and shit, or biker jacket.
It was one of my favorite titles at Image.
The Savage Dragon sucks now. I think it's sucked for a while now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically porn now, but I mean, I've heard it's gone down.
Isn't Savage Dragon porking Sid from Toy Story?
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, that one lady looks suspicious like Sid.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, that is funny.
Well, it's horrifying and funny.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna beat some records, dude, and that's gonna launch.
Yeah, it should do 1 million. Well, if it doesn't do 1 million, then like the new Pitt stuff should do 1 million. Easily.
Did you try to hunt down all the entire issues?
Me? No, I just read it online.
People, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna. People have been wanting reprints for a long time. Even like the trades. The trades are worth more money than the floppies because they're so rare.
Yeah, well, I'm more of a trade guy, but I'll just wait a year for the omnibus from Dale.
Yeah, I have the 2 trades signed by Dale.
Oh, okay, you actually met him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more than once.
What was he like?
Fucking awesome. Like you saw him on the video, he's very cool to talk with, very easygoing. He really back there. I asked him a bunch of time when he was gonna bring him back, and technically the point was, needed to work that it was not making a lot of money at the end, right? And the fact that getting a good story, what to do next, type of thing. And not too long after, they announced the crossover with Darkness, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, I have the Dark. I have one trade of the Darkness. I think it's just volume 1. If they do a Pitt action figure, that should do like gangbusters.
Yep. Oh, yeah, the old one that they did at McFarlane, it's like worth like almost $1,000 now.
Oh my god. Yeah, so next year, Omnibus and maybe some new Pitt issues.
So I'm gonna go over in the chat quickly. Say hi to Chimera, Gargoyle. Aaron's in there. What's up? Baby. We have Lola. What's up, Lola? Thank you for joining. I have a bit of Pitt as well. Love Delkian. I also have some of this Dragon Force that he did, the first issues. Yeah. What's up, Ren Archie? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, can't wait. Well, you said hi to Edwin, but let's say hi to Edwin again. What's up, Edwin?
Yo.
Yo.
We have Timothy Olsen. And thank you for joining. So the main difference that he did when he did the return with the Darkness was we're not trying to give any spoilers, is that he went back in time technically so that Timmy was still young because yeah.
Hmm.
But you've read this, or you know how it turns. Yeah.
I haven't read in a while, but I just remember reading. I think I finished all 20 issues. He's like a fucking clone or whatever, like a human hybrid of the Creed.
Mm. But they're twins.
Yeah, with the little kid, he's like the twin brother.
Yep.
Like they got the embryo.
And you turn into a psychic or something like telekinetic and stuff.
Yeah. So that's what happens when you hire a good writer at Image. You have good art, and then you hire a writer. See, it's a working formula. I'm looking at you, fucking Wildcats. Fucking goddamn.
Wildcats was good. I liked it.
I've heard it's terrible. Like the writing, not the art, obviously, but the writing.
You heard? Did you read it?
No,
Give it a try
but I don't want to.
and stop complaining.
Fine.
All joking aside, like the writing got better, but I liked it. It was one of my favorites.
Timothy is saying you skipped one comment. Is it that Larson is an icky elf? Or F? Yeah, everyone knows that. I saw that 3 years ago on Twitter. That was horrendous. So yeah, let's just stop talking about Eric Larson. That's starting to creep me out.
Dude,
I should be on FBI watch list.
I seriously wonder how he's still doing comics with that guy.
He must have like some deal with Image. Like I get to keep doing this. I'm like, dude, you barely sell any copies.
Yeah, but by contract, they're allowed to do their one title at all time, and they get a special price since they're funders. So it's not like it costs them nothing to print.
Right.
And that's the reason why he took over eventually from Jim Valentino's, because Jim Valentino's fucking pissed at him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did a takeover because he was not making enough money. And when he got happy that he was making enough money again, he just gave the reins back.
Yep.
And he was one of the first one to have a big fucking fit about Tom McFarlane being more popular than he was.
Yeah. Yeah, he's more popular.
It's not fair. I don't know.
Yeah, it's called life. I learned very early on life was not fair when I had this monotone voice. So there you go. He's just learning life isn't fair in his fucking 40s.
Yeah. And we each have our challenges to meet.
That's probably how all comic pros think. They're like children. They like learn, oh, life isn't fair when I'm in my 40s. Like, oh yeah. Maybe that's what explains their behavior on Twitter. That explains a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm. Some win the genetic lottery.
Some don't. And those that don't go into the comics because they're rejects from the mainstream, like movies and animation. No offense, Sim.
I'm taken.
Speaking of comics, yeah, SOS Volume 3 is the newsletter mailing list is coming in October. Late January of next year we'll launch.
Oh, nice. Looking forward
Yeah,
to
I'm
it.
working on the side stories. You'll color it Beacon, but I'm doing something different. We'll just have like 3 short stories for the Ash Can. Because I just I don't want to do one story. I want to do all 3 because they're funny as hell. I was sharing some in the DM room, Sim. You saw it.
Yep.
Carnage is just yelling at
When you mean Ash Can, you mean like a short story, like a full short story, right?
Yeah, there's gonna be it's 18 pages, so 3 6-page short stories. And so, yeah, one of them was just Carnage yelling at pedestrians, like, pay attention to me.
I'm famous.
Yeah, basically. Like, I was just thinking about it today. Like, yeah, Carnage would be an SJW in real life. Like, he just does it for attention. Like, he would act like one, but he isn't one. If that makes sense.
He just likes the attention, doesn't care.
Right. So, yeah.
But Carnage does seem to be your favorite character now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a trading card done by Kyung of Carnage and like some action pose. It just, from the feedback I got from volumes 1 and 2, it just he's the breakout character. I was trying for Magus, but I guess I failed.
Oh, Magus is my favorite.
Yeah, I know, I like Magus. Like, he's my favorite character, but yeah, some characters just stand out more. I mean, Magus is the main character, but I guess people, that's a good thing about having other characters. You have a variety.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a buffet.
But you want people to like them.
Yeah, I mean, Carnage is unlikable, but somehow that people like him. He's so,
He's your Bender.
Yeah, Jam Creates did a good review of Volume 1. He said they're likable in their unlikability.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Like, that was what I was going for. Like, I was on my stream earlier, and I was talking to Joe King about animation. I'm like, yeah, I wanted it to be an Adult Swim show. So it's kind of like Aqua Teen Hunger Force. They're just assholes. Like, yeah, that's what I grew up with. Yeah, so anyway, we usually launch with like less than 10 pages. Canales, I mean, for SOS Volume 1 and 2, we're going to launch when it's like half done. So you don't have to wait 6 months.
Okay.
More like 3 or 4.
I'm still hung up on the fact that you grew up with Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and I was already.
Yeah, bro.
And
it's
like,
I know it kind of ruins the magic.
Yeah, I mean, my dad let my brother and I watch whatever we want when we were over at his house. He had cable, and I'm like, "Oh, this is awesome!" Like, I was like 10 years old, and I could watch Aqua Teen. It was great.
I'm just saying, I was I was already like most of the way through high school.
Yeah, I'm a youngin'. I'm still young. I still have time. I still have a few years of youth left.
Know that when you support his book, you support the younger generation of comics.
That's right. And by that, he means manga. I was just looking at like the stuff I bookmarked that I'm going to buy. It's pretty much, other than Beta Ray Bill, I'm still waiting for the trade paperback. It's just all manga and Comicscape books.
Yeah, that Beta Ray Bill looks good.
Yeah.
Spots keeps talking to me about it. I'm gonna buy the trade.
Yes, I mean, I was like, standoffish, but Sierra Whiskey told me to go buy it. I'm like, oh, I'm not. I don't like going to my LCS because all they talk about is politics. I'll just wait for I'll just wait for the trade on Amazon.
And they have nothing when you go there.
Yeah, I go to my LCS. Like, they just like, I look for some Dread stuff, or I look for. I mean, I have some. I found some back issues of Batman because I just collect anything that's Batman related. But other than that, they don't have jack shit. I got the what was it? I don't remember that. I have to go get it, but it's a Batman floppy and it has a Mike Mignola cover. Now I have to remember what that story was about.
I kind of wish they had a cartoon of freaking Pitt.
You might get your wish in a few years.
Did you ever watch the Max one?
No.
Check it out, dude. I think you'll like it.
No, my OCD is kicking in now. I have to like look up this stupid. It's not the Doom that came. I'm trying to find the Mike Mignola cover. It's the one where Batman's holding a sword, and there's a giant monster in the background. Can I find those? I mean, I got Gotham by Gaslight, but I'm talking about something else. Oh, okay, it was an annual. It was Legends of the Dark Knight. It was just some annual. All right.
I hate drawing chains.
For a second, I thought he said, I hate drawing streams. I'm like, why is he even on? It's like, nobody's talking. Yeah, I was looking at a thread earlier today. Like, someone was saying that there's like Disney suffers like almost no loss when they're still publishing Marvel comics because they make so much money from the movies. They just hire
Not just the
some.
movies, it's advertisement. Like they have so many advertisement in there, dude. It's 12 page of comic, 12 page of ads.
Yeah, it's just they can just hire some Tumblr reject to do some shitty title. They're just trying to hold on to the IPs. They don't give a shit.
Yep, that's the only reason why they're still doing it.
I mean, personally, I blame people who watch MCU movies for all this.
Yeah.
The consumers. The consumers. They consume.
You know, Pitt was one of the characters I would have liked to draw in Marvel with Wolverine
You still can just say you're a woman.
when I was a kid.
Oh. You can still work for Marvel.
Yeah, but even when I was trying to knock at the door to get there, it was actually just to get my foot in the industry because I never really wanted to do the characters I like to read, if that makes sense. Because to me, it's like I want to read Hulk. I don't want to be drawing Hulk, if that makes sense. That's where I got to a certain point.
Yeah. I mean, I wrote some Batman fan fiction stuff when I was younger, but that's about it. I didn't really care.
Like I would like to do like maybe one short story, but that would be it.
Yeah, I wrote a short story with SOS and Ninja Turtles, but like I have to like really, really love it's just only a few things. Like I couldn't give two shits. I just wanted to work on my own stuff.
One of my favorite books from back in the days was that Fantastic Four by Arthur Adams with the new Fantastic Four, because he got to do what I wanted. Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Grey Hulk. He just had Spider-Man in there too. That's actually what I wanted to do at Marvel. At DC, it's Demon and Lobo. And obviously, I'd like to do a Superman.
Dude, Savage Avengers is like, it's just so fucking good. Conan, like, Volume 1 has Conan, Venom, Elektra. Fucking, it's just a great roster. Punisher, Blade. It's just great. I don't see much of Blade these days.
Oh, but they're bringing him back now.
Oh, okay.
And supposedly he's gonna be the most powerful character in the MCU.
Oh, I meant the comics, not like not.
But in the comics too.
Oh, okay, perfect. I thought Captain Marvel was the most powerful. Okay. Who cares anymore?
I don't know anymore.
Yeah, it's just whatever. Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
but they always like say first this, first that, first this. Like I'm pretty sure that Blade now, their new Blade's gonna be the new first black character because they're gonna forget what happened 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's the first black. Yeah, like I just remember the fucking like people saying, "Oh, Black Panther, oh, this first Black Suit." What the fuck are you talking about? I saw
Yeah.
Blade. I saw Blade when I was 9. Going back to my dad, my
Remember
brother and I.
Steel? Remember Steel?
Yeah, and to I mean, let's just pretend that didn't happen. But yeah, Blade.
Yeah, but still, it's still one, dude. It was still a comic book character that came out, back in the days.
God, the first Blade movie was so perfect. It was directed by some no name. He directed League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, if I remember correctly. That movie is so fucking good.
I
The
like the
nightclub.
second one too.
Yeah, the second one is perfect, but it was a different feel because it was Guillermo del Toro and he was doing his own kind of thing. I think Morbius would have been a better villain, but okay. And then we'll just pretend Blade Trinity didn't happen.
Yep. Even
And,
though I like the idea of bringing Drac into there and the Beast of Drac, not romantic vampire.
yeah, I
Other
liked
than
his
that, the
demon.
movie was shit.
Yeah, I liked when he was transforming into that giant red demon. That
Yeah,
was fucking awesome. But I'm like, it was like a 2 out of 10.
but
Like
that was
everything
the
else.
only. That's what I'm saying. That was the only thing cool about the movie.
Yeah, he's like ready to die, motherfucker. But yeah, Blade. Yeah, the nightclub scene. That is just do 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 do. Do. That's just fuck yeah.
Now Camara sticking out his glow stick, closing on the lights.
Do 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 do. And I freaked out because I saw the guy getting pushed, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? Why are they pushing him? And then they're like fucking vampires. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, another movie that I like that gave me a similar type of feel was, but if you keep in mind that back then the movies weren't spoiled before they came out.
Yeah, every trailer I see for a fucking movie tells me all I need to know. I'm like, why are you telling me the entire movie? Like, you're supposed to
So
get. Yeah.
when John Carpenter's not vampire, I mean from Dusk Till Dawn came out from Tarantino and Rodriguez, they
Yeah.
never said anything about the fucking thing about being about vampires. They were just focusing on two brothers that was
Mhm.
fleeing the thing. Nobody had no fucking clue. It was not teased before the actual release, like that people could talk about it type of thing. That's when they released the actual trailer. But before, so I went to see it on the first day, and you're watching a movie, you're expecting a Quentin Tarantino movie that turns totally sideways at the bar, which was freaking a big surprise. And I was there with my 13-year-old cousin.
Mhm. Yeah, I saw it on Netflix when I was 15. And like the first half of the movie was just this good crime thriller thing. The second half is a B movie. It's like 2 different movies put together. It's interesting. I tried watching a TV series when I was in college.
It's
It
not
was,
that good.
yeah,
It's not bad.
it's not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah, like Richie is not like a weirdo. He's like, oh, he's having visions. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
he's just a weirdo in the movie. You missed the point.
yeah, they turned him into some kind of like a guy that's connected to the spirit type of thing.
Like, no, he's just a weirdo. Like, just go with that. That makes it even better. It makes, George Clooney's character more like sympathetic. Like I had to deal with this fucking psycho ruining the plan all the time.
Oh, dude, I love that fucking movie. He
I
said,
know.
"Help me!" I never said, "Help me!"
It's like, why don't you shut the hell up? And then they burn the store down, and they're just walking away casually.
Dude, that's one of my fucking top favorite movies. I love it.
Yeah, George Clooney like signed on to that movie because he was on ER, I think, or some stupid bullshit TV show, and he's like, I'm tired of playing the nice guy. I want to play badass. And so when he like aimed the gun at the Mexican woman, he goes, I got 6 little friends, and they can run a hell of a lot faster than you can. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's really good.
And I never understood why he never did that again. Because dude, that's the only good role he ever actually played. Like the best role he ever did.
He was like in Men Who Stare at Goats and Michael Clayton. I thought he was decent in those.
Yeah, but decent is not iconic. And there he was iconic.
Yeah, I just love the part where he's like like scoping out the RV with the other characters.
Yeah.
He's like drinking a beer and he's just staring at them and he's like nodding. He's like, I'm gonna steal this.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're knocking on the door and they're like, "Hey, can I borrow some ice?" And he enters. He's like, What's this?" And he punches him in the face and he says, "It's called a punch." Yeah, the part where they're like in the shower and he holds, like he's arguing with Quentin Tarantino. He just like headbutts him and he's just like holding him.
He looks at him, thank you. And another way he cracks his neck, like it's like, dude, he's so. Yeah. And he does push that limit that even you, while watching the thing, you're like, please punch him. Shut the fuck up. You're trying.
Yeah, Quentin. Yeah, I didn't know Quentin. Like Quentin Tarantino's like in his own movie sometimes. Like he's actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
He's really fucking weird. That's why he's so good.
Yeah, remember Planet Terror?
Is that with Rose McGowan?
Yep.
God, I love that movie. That was when I was like, holy shit, she's so hot. And she had one leg in that movie.
They're in the elevator.
Yeah, and she had like a machine gun and just, it's just so cheesy and she's so hot. Now she's crazy.
And he tries to rape her in the elevator and his balls are falling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was a soldier. Yeah, he played the soldier and then
Yeah.
he's like, I fucked girls who look like this. I never fucked a girl with one leg.
To reach their goal, I guess. Let's go see what Beacon's doing.
Yep.
Those goddamn chains, right?
Yeah. That's why I'm putting a person in front of, so I don't have to draw the chains around his waist.
Wise. And here's the one I'm working on. I don't know if I made him big enough.
No, he has to be twice as big as that.
Hold on. I know what I need to do.
I'll make his head smaller. There we go. There we go. Perfect.
There you go.
God, Beacon, I was laughing my ass off at that tweet you put up earlier.
Yeah, I know.
What one?
What? I said, well, I screen capped like farts are racist because I saw it was on trending and you go, yeah, it puts a whole new meaning to gas chambers. I'm like, God damn.
That was savage. I'm like, wow. Love it.
I actually made that facial expression in my reply. My eyes were literally glowing.
So now I'm forgetting to draw the goddamn jacket.
Yeah, the jacket's iconic. Clearly, clearly Pitt was inspired by Brutus the Badass. Clearly. The giant fists, the jacket, just everything. Pitt is clearly inspired by Brutus.
You know, the more you repeat it, won't make it true, right?
Through the power of delusion, anything is possible. Well, I'm actually going to go grab something to eat, so thanks for having me. I'm probably going to go watch Bladed from Dusk Till Dawn now that we're talking about vampire movies. All right, see ya.
Later.
See ya. All right.
There's two of us.
Yep. Yeah. I've never actually read a Pitt comic.
No.
No.
Hmm.
It was one of them that I just never really saw enough to really pick up a copy.
Interesting. So you're probably gonna want to jump on it.
Yep. Yeah, I was growing up. I was much more of a Marvel fan. Much like more into Spider-Man and the X-Men. I didn't really much get into indies back then. And of course, my cat has hopped onto my lap and is knocking things down.
Yeah, but yeah, depends when you were because technically, like it was like everywhere in the beginning bit. Like I said,
Yeah.
like after issue 15, he became independent with his own like a what's it called, a full bleed studio or something.
Hmm.
And they were harder to find. Like I actually had to hunt down to find the other issues. Like hiring somebody called like something called a comic book hunter. Like
Okay.
yeah, those guys that go around all the freaking stores all the time. So you kind of go to them, you go, I'm looking for those issues. So he goes everywhere to find them, and he comes back to you, and finds them at a price, and obviously makes a little profit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm. I mean, I was a little kid back then, so
that's the thing. Yeah.
yeah.
Then Pitt fell in like the forgotten realm for a short time. All the fans were like, "Come on, let's not forget about that great guy."
Yeah.
And now that he's CG, yoo-hoo.
Yep. Now he's one of us. We got him now. Screw you. Peace.
Image have Tom McFarlane. We have the okay now.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's people going like, "Oh fuck, that's not." There's probably a lot of people who are not happy. I saw some people trying to draw some shade at it too.
Yeah. It's like, oh, he's a terrible artist. Have you looked at his art? Have you looked at Marvel art lately?
You were praising him a few days ago.
Yeah. Reminds me of a time when I posted a sample of my coloring and some anti-CG guy who was just days before going around saying CG doesn't have any good colorists, and then all of a sudden he sees my post and is like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. I was like, thanks, I'm CG.
Happens a bit too often.
Yeah.
I just think it's weird that the fact that you just don't vote the same thing can make them not like your art.
Yeah, like the art quality changes depending on how you vote. That's how it works.
Hmm.
Apparently.
So that's why we're getting better. Okay, got it.
Yep.
I fucked that up.
Hello, Dario.
I'm late to the party. Hell, fellas. What's up, Dario? Yeah, we were late
Hey.
too. Don't.
Yeah. I had to remind him that we had a stream to do.
Yep, I was. I got caught into an interview and I totally lost track of time. Like, hey, are we doing the doing? Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Draw him crossing over with. You can draw Pitt crossing over with one of my characters, Lana.
So you can hide more chains with the wings. Got it.
Yep, exactly. So who do I get to buy comics from if I voted Gary Johnson? Well, then I guess you're in the same boat as me because that's who I voted for the first in 2016.
I don't know, miss. So as long as you say that you want Tudo out, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my stance here right now. It's like, fuck.
Yeah. Castro's son is a son of a bitch.
That's actually what I got lost into. I was watching the Marc Bernier thing. The People's Party of Canada. It's a new party that started. And the only one that's standing up to Trudeau. Interesting. Because, Trudeau is like Biden is your Trudeau, and that's pretty much it.
I was going to make a comment that would probably get this video and channel taken down, but I'll just refrain from saying it.
Tell me after.
Yep.
But I put down a post note and tell me later.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Tim says you should make a fake Twitter page that is anti-CG and post your art on it just to see what happens.
That would be hilarious.
Now, the problem comes from the fact that they stalk us so much that they would probably recognize our art.
Yeah.
So,
but you say that, but Gil Simone was saying that.
Yeah, that's true.
Praising Joe Ball's art.
Yeah, that's.
Dude, that was cold.
Yeah, that's funny because he does that impression of her.
Yeah, I know. He used to go on every goddamn show and pretend, yeah.
Wasn't one of the things he said, like, I body slammed a raccoon and broke its little legs so it couldn't get away?
He was doing a parody of her, and he was great at it, and he was not even changing his voice. That was the funniest part. He was just making the more of the whiny voice type of thing, but it was fucking hilarious. I remember the first time I saw that on stream, like, what? Like, the fuck is Gail Simone doing there? And then you hear, like, oh, fuck. In your fake account, you said that CG guy stole my artwork. Don't doubt it. It's easy to beat anything they're doing with those characters lately.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I have girls and they don't like those characters at all. And we don't have to tell them not to like them. They choose to do by themselves. And they used to be like big, like, Wonder Woman and Harley Quinn fans.
Now there was that what was that character's name? That's supposed to be like Wonder Woman's like sister or something.
The Nubia or something.
Yeah, and there's that panel of like Wonder Woman look like she's losing her mind, and Nubia is just staring like, "Oh, what the fuck is going on here?"
Yeah, she's white.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
I wish I could find that clip I made using that picture. Got the creepy sounding "Pop Goes the Weasel" playing, and then just gradually zooming in on their faces. It was a perfect fit for that panel.
Mm-hmm. Pitt's ready to charge. Come on. I think I need to make him a bit more stocky. I think I'm doing the legs too big. It's not very proportionate, and by by nature, or I draw them in proportion.
All right, time for me to start inking.
Let's go see what you're doing a bit. Okay, I'm gonna right now. Like, it looks very sketchy, and I mean it in all ways, because it kind of looks like he's holding her by the wings, and
That's true. I got the wings sort of pointing down. They're just sort of barely covering the.
To me, it was like he seems like he's like nailing her from the back. Look at his face and look at her like, don't look. And he,
No, look. She's about to project fire. She is not telling you to look away. I only drew her to.
CG after dark.
Oh.
So are you trying to announce us there's gonna be like a very like mature crossover coming maybe in the future?
Hey, if the money's good.
Like that guy was doing an interview. The guy does furry art. Like, I hate what I do, but it pays good.
Yeah.
If Infamous goes missing and people have to find her, is that a whale hunt?
That's a rodeo. Gotta get some cowboys on that case.
Okay, it's time to put some clothes on that guy. Quick send out Japanese whaling ship. Oh, it's Gojira.
You got yeah.
And I can't believe, dude. The worst thing is that they're not making money. They keep freaking putting all the companies down, right? Every time, everywhere they go, those freaking, Ether and all those freaking Heatherentos and stuff like that. But they keep getting jobs in every freaking company. It's like they go from Marvel, they go to DC, they go to this, they go to that. It's like it's like that easy girl that goes fuck with everybody.
Yeah. And then everyone gets syphilis.
I think that's too late. Like, they're at freaking humanoids now. It's like, the hell? Like
It's like that.
it's like it's forced by some, okay, you're done. Yeah, the work here is done. We're finished here. Let's move to the other one. And they go, of course, we're waiting for you. It's your.
It's like that meme with the Grim Reaper going door to door.
Mm. Oh, did you see what Ryan Reynolds did? I just
No.
noticed not too long ago. He's asking for more control on the Deadpool, right, and stuff like that.
Okay.
That he started a YouTube channel,
Yeah, I actually saw that video of him and
and he's
the
more
cord.
active. Yeah. Some of them are fucking awesome. Some of them are just freaking advertisement. It's freaking awesome. There's one with Rick Moranis. Rick Moranis
Nice.
says hi. He goes, "Hey, it's Rick Moranis." He goes, "Hi, yes. Why am I here?" Huge fan. Really? That's it? Yes. Huge fan. He goes, what am I supposed to say? But you could say this. He goes, okay. He says it. He goes, what next? That's it. Okay, bye. Huge fan. Who isn't a fan really of Rick Moranis?
No, yeah.
Everybody is. If you're not, because you forgot about him. You know who that is, right?
Oh yeah, the guy from he was in Ghostbusters, Honey and I Shrunk the Kids. He was in a lot of stuff in the '90s and '80s.
Yep. Another thing I thought was funny about Pitt, that even the jacket is too small for him. It's always stretching and looks more like one of those little vests you would put with a shirt. It's a jacket.
About the size of a what's that monkey from Aladdin's?
Mm,
Like that monkey's best.
yes. Yeah, the fist is done. So what's fun about working digital? Cleanup is way easier.
Yeah.
So I was having like I was talking with Max Room after the show yesterday. I'm like, oh, it's the better smart. Like, maybe it is, but I still miss the traditional ones. Yeah, they each have their own, you know, good and bads.
Yeah, I haven't quite picked up drawing on digital. Coloring I can only do digital, but drawing I suck at doing digital. Kind of weird.
And it took me a while to get used to it. But you saw my comics I drew digital back then, the first nut thing, and you saw the concept art. It was like,
Yeah.
what hell of a difference?
Oh yeah.
The concept art looks more like what I still draw now.
Yeah.
There was a big learning curve, and when I started, I was doing with a graphic tablet, like a freaking like you had to work on this on that little tablet and look at your screen.
Yeah.
First time I did that, I was like, dude, I feel like a cat. When you put like mittens to a freaking cat, and it's like it doesn't feel the ground, it walks all weird.
Yeah.
And that's how it felt.
Okay, now starting to get to the point where you can tell that she's not being banged. So
Yep.
and no, the angels in my story do not have those features on their upper back. So
And here where I'm at so far. Forget that I was not on screen. Putting in the hair. I like it when it's loose. That's no pens. Yeah, he does. Not there yet. Because the pens come with the chain. Working my way there. Here's a little trick I learned how to draw chains.
Hmm.
Like this.
Yeah.
And then when you're done, you come back and you close them.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
After that, that's the basic. And after that, if you want to give them, like, round them out depending on the perspective you want to give them. But that's a quick base of getting them out.
Yeah.
And it also gives you more control and directions you want to give it.
Yeah. All right. Another positive thing about using these wings is I don't have to draw the stupid things I was trying to do with his legs. So they totally cover the legs now.
Sweet. Less work.
Yep.
Yeah, I wish I would have stayed with my first one. Oh, it's complicated. First one. I do cruise. I do cruise sketches, then hire an artist. Me as well. Because I draw the storyboard and say, okay, this is what I want to do. Draw. No respect for the artist.
Get sketching, draw slave.
Make me look good. No, but I do like the idea when at least a writer comes in and has a vision of what he wants.
Yeah.
All joking aside, but let your artist work too.
Yeah, definitely.
No, the actual it's not just the reason it's changed just because you can't draw. Usually, you're hiring an artist because you're supposed to be able to trust him and to bring something to the table. But I agree with you. It's one of the reasons why I don't drop it that often. Those goddamn chains. The same thing with
Yeah.
with Spawn.
Oh yeah, definitely. Chains everywhere.
You'd swear it was a fetish back then.
That and pouches.
Yes.
I did wind up getting that addiction too, but that I did not get into chains.
Yeah, but people got the pouch derangement syndrome now because people like thing went too far. Like 25,000 pouches. Now you can just do a military guy with a belt with pouch, and people go pouches, pouches. It's like a pouches PTSD. And let's blame Rob Liefeld for this.
Oh yeah. And we also can't give men big racks like he did Captain America. That Captain America was chestier than Power Girl, I would say.
Our girl's not allowed to have a chest anymore. Didn't you see?
Oh, that's true. Now he's definitely chestier than Power Girl now. Oh, oh.
Here's a hot pocket and bang energy drink back to your hole now. Without art, most stores are boring. True. Hell, my meaty nights.
Yeah.
Sticks and stone may break my bone, but whips and chains. Let's use that big brush and draw in some hair.
With Pitt's hairstyle, it's almost like if Phil Diaz took roids.
That's what Phil Diaz wish he would look like. No, that's something that I would have liked to see. Like we gotta you know, Pitt versus Hulk and stuff. I would have liked to see Pitt and Lobo.
Yeah.
That would actually be interesting. But I don't think it's going to happen now that it's CG.
No, definitely not.
Not liking the hair. I always liked him more with that loose hair than the tied up one.
Yeah.
That's just me being a metalhead.
Oh, good. I'm not the only one who hasn't read Pitt.
Ooh. So you guys are going to be discovering something new. That's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you guys are going to back it.
Definitely. Yeah, lately I've been having a lot more money to back things. It's one of the positive things about working every day of the week. Well, 6 days.
Yeah, but then you don't have time to do anything that you actually want.
That's true.
I can't wait to have that one of those audio things back.
Exactly, yeah. That's one thing I really want to get back to. Yeah.
And the next issue, the War story.
Oh yeah. Got a lot of Seven Legions to get out.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at it like I could do better, and I'm like, it's just a quick sketch. Stop being OCD.
I am none too good at drawing people with Hulk-like figures.
No. Yeah, I love it. It's just that I haven't done it in a long time.
Yeah.
Used to be like when I was in university in concept art, it goes, you need to just do more like regular people, and everybody's big and huge. Like the one of the work that I did was they're like, we need to see like a story, like a concept art and of a scene of a something of a that illustrates sequential art. So what I did was this cosmic Spider-Man punching Hulk in the stratosphere because I wanted to draw bulky man. So I have the concept art like a turnaround of Hulk, and I gave that to one of the backers of Blood Hunt.
Nice.
Like one of the backers that used to promote Blood Hunt a lot, so I decided to send extra gifts to those people.
Yeah. Always good to show extra appreciation to the ones who really got the word out. Digital comic app store for CG Comics. It might be interesting.
Yep.
Now we do have that Red Label Comics thing coming.
Yep, and that was a bit the same idea behind it. Yep.
Yeah. It's more of a little sampler, but yeah.
Yeah, but the idea would be to be able to have a hub where everybody could find each other, like you know. Hey,
Yeah.
all of those people that create comics from CGA, boom. But digital comic hub, there's too many people that don't believe in digital comic.
Yeah.
That's why we did the Red Label thing, because I'm like, well, we could use it as like a flyer.
Yeah.
We give it as a free sample, like they used to do every time you used to go to a comic book shop. They used to, give you free samples of a few Marvel thing, or they used to charge you 99 cents or something, or 25 cents. And it's gonna go live soon. I went over there. I need to open an account, put banking info. It's gonna go live soon. I'm just putting all my focus on the finishing and getting everything ready for our Telson and Adverse 1 to be out first. That's my priority.
All right. Aside from erasing all the pencil lines, this piece is done.
Let's see this. Boom. Looking good. And we're getting to that 9 p.m. mark. This is where we usually cut off, even though we were late for half an hour. This is the Pitt by the Beak. And here's mine that I was starting to do a quick ink. And here's the other sketch that I didn't go with because I went with the other one. So that was like already seen before. All right, it's not, that was more dynamic and fun. Rah. So thank you everybody for joining. Don't forget to go check out Telson and Adverse 1. Still available on Indiegogo till the 31st. You have 7 Legions that's still available, right?
Yep. Nope, not closed.
Go check out Testament from Mr. that was here before, and all our friends' book, because obviously you're gonna find something that's up to your liking. Get it, and let's all keep our eyes open for the mailing list of goddamn Pitt that's coming.
Yes.
The return of the Pitt. And I will leave you with those nice little Kirby words. And later, everyone. See you all next weekend. Thank you for joining.
Later.
I see that story first. I feel that story first. I know those people first. When I put them down, they've already lived. And I put them down as I'd like them to live on those pages. My stories are very sincere. My stories are people's stories. And there's elements in my stories that are very, very real. And